Hello, everyone, and welcome on our today's webinar, Fullcycle ASO. Hello, Mark, for keyword research, the KPIs management. I'm Valeria from customer support team in Appfollow, and today with me, my colleague Ilya, who is head of ASO. He is a well-known specialist, received the reward as an ASO person in New York 2019. So very pleased to see you here, Ilya. Hello.
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi. Before Ilya starts his part, I will just briefly mention some important topics that we're going to speak about and just mention some basics about the AppFollow itself. So AppFollow is all-in-one platform to win in app stores. We have three main products, and first one is to monitor app performance. By that, I speak about downloads and revenue metrics, which you can track right in AppFollow, consult for different apps. Also, it's about working with ratings and reviews. In AppFollow, you may monitor them and also reply to reviews. And the last but not least is, of course, App Store optimization, which can bring you more organic downloads and basically improve your. Can you mute for 5 minutes? Well, yeah, I think yes, this will be the introduction. So I think that. For now, we will be. You may join in 5 minutes. It's okay. So what ASO is about and how AppFollow can help you with it. Of course, it's about analyzing the market and building a semantic core. In AppStore, we have tools for you to do that. And also, you may do ASO in different languages, which is important if you would like to grow and also join new markets and new countries. It's about analyzing app downloads by traffic channels, so you can monitor your success here in the same place in AppFollow. Also, you may evaluate your ASO strategy performance to see, well, what you may do next. And you may compare and analyze your app's visibility to your competitors. This is something useful too. And short script of the webinar that we're going to have. Firstly, we will mention what you need to do from the very scratch before the app even released. We will mention what you may do to find new niches for new applications, maybe to see what users you are looking for and what they do not find in the markets. And also we will talk about what you need to do and how AppFollow can help you with the first update and first keywords to use. Also, it's about growth opportunities in new countries, what you can do next when your app is already working, when it has some downloads, how you may increase those. Thirdly, we will mention what you can do when you're on the top, whether or not there are some potential growth points that you can identify with AppFollow. And we will speak about KPIs and metrics that each ASO manager needs to follow while he is doing his App Store optimization and while he's working with app. Now I'm passing the microphone to my colleague Ilya. Feel free to drop questions in the chat. We will try to cover them as we go, or maybe just reply at the end of the discussion.
Okay, thank you so much for the intro. Yeah, let's talk today about as our webinar is called, the Fullcycle ASO, from keyword research to KPIs management. So let me share my screen, and here is it. Okay, I will put the questions tab on the left here, so you can ask questions while I'm presenting. Okay, let's go. As we start from keyword research, so let's imagine that, for example, I have an idea for my app, like I want to create an app as for yoga, but we know that there are lots of yoga apps in the App Store and Google Play. But I want to create an app, for example, for yoga for kids. So it's just a simple keyword here, yoga for kids, and we see that there is only one app available. So we can see the search results. By the way, this is actually the iOS 13 search results in AppFollow. So you see the exactly same data is on your device. So we always pushing the precise data for in our system, so you can make the data-driven decisions here. So we see that lots of like Super Stretch Yoga, Ninja Focus Yoga, So there are actually only one app for with yoga for kids, and with 25 ratings. The rating is quite low here. So I think that this can be a new niche for me, for my app, and I want to like check the organic possibility for rankings. Like, for example, if I create the yoga for kids app, will it possible to rank organically for lots of keywords? Will I have the organic downloads for my app, so I don't have enough budget to spend, for example, on paid user acquisition, and I count on organic user acquisition here. So with ASO, okay, for example, we have the app, and let's check it keywords. We have the general keyword here for yoga for kids. It's quite not high popularity, but we can use this keyword, and I bet it's quite easy to rank for this and for number one, even for number one for this keyword, because this app has some problems with ratings and other stuff. So we can add some keywords here in, for example, these keywords are just from my mind. I can use the keyword ideas from the App Store, but I have like some number of keywords here to that come from just from my mind, and I want to check if there are any possibility of ranking. So I can check the popularity score here. I want to check the a popularity history, for example. I see that the popularity of the yoga keyword is going up when the people was on lockdown, and now it's quite decreasing, but it's back to the before COVID level. So I can check the popularity history for every keyword here, and then I will select the best one. For example, it's a quite low number of apps, say like 8. I can start with keyword, and then I will use them for my optimization. Like for yoga burn, also I can use it for my optimization. Another way to find some new keywords for my future app is checking the competitors keyword. Like I can switch to the one of my competitor here, like a yoga for beginners, for example, and I can check their keywords, what they are using, like recommended keywords here. From these keywords actually are recommended by our algorithms, and you can use it because they think that these keywords are the most relevant for the selected app. For example, yoga poses, Z body fitness, yoga wake up. So there are lots of keywords. We can track them all. And actually, I recommend to use, for example, if you are doing the optimization for the United States, I recommend to use about 500 keywords in your collection to find the best one. From this number. So you need to check, like every possible keyword. You need to find these opportunities, and AppFollow keyword recommendations can help you with that. So the only thing I have to do here is check my competitors. Like, let's switch back to my app. I can switch to the competitor keywords, and for example, the daily yoga is ranking number 1 for this number of keywords. Of course, if daily yoga is ranking number 1, it's a quite strong app here. We can check the keywords that ranking top 10, for example, yoga band, mind body check-in. So you can think that these keywords are not really popular here, that not many people are looking for them. But the main thing in ASO that it's not possible to rank for the high popular keywords in the beginning. So you won't rank like number 1 for the keyword yoga. It's not possible in the beginning. So you need to collect as much as possible middle and low popular keywords, rank for them number 1 or number 2, for example, and then step by step you are getting more downloads, you're getting more ratings, you're increasing your conversion rate by working with reviews, by working with graphics, and then you will be able to rank, for example, for the much more popular keywords like yoga go, for example, stretching flexibility, and so on. So the point is to find the less competitive keywords. What does it mean? That means that
by the way, could you maybe highlight the approximate number or the approximate level of popularity that is that fits the early stage? Really,
thank you for that. Actually, the average popularity number for the beginning, like for the first step of ASO, is like 20 to 35 maybe. Okay, so that maybe won't bring you like thousands of downloads for the first day, but it can bring you, for example, if you make, I actually made an optimization for the new app last month. I made about 20 countries there, and I got 150 downloads every day for the first step. Now it's quite big, larger number, but in the first day we have about 100 and 150. So it's not a big number, but it's a great start, because we need to start with something. And if you will use like high popular keywords like yoga for beginners, you will get like maybe 10 or 15 downloads. So it's more important to use like low popular keywords, long tail keywords in the beginning for the new apps. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this way, we are checking all these keywords, like there are lots of them. We are checking the keyword ideas that App Store recommends us for every keyword. You see that the ASO optimization is still needs a lot of manual work, like search engine optimization in the web. It's available for like 20 years already. What you are doing by yourself, it's much better than by algorithms. Of course, we are moving to automation of like keyword recommendations and other stuff right now, but you will get the best results if you will collect all the possible keywords in your account and then select them manually. Okay, the next thing here, we can check let's switch to for example, our competitor here. We can check the actually Apple recommendations tab. This tab has two main objectives. First of all, we can collect relevant keywords that Apple actually itself recommends us. So, and the second thing is see if Apple is indexing our app correctly. So, for example, we are talking about yoga here. So all the keywords here in Apple recommendations should be connected with meditation, with fitness, with yoga, and all this stuff. So that means that Apple is indexing correctly for our app, and everything is gone well. For example, in some cases, it can be not correct. For example, we have the for some airline tickets app, and Apple is suggesting the keywords for airline games for our app. So that means that optimization done wrong, and Apple thinks that our app is not like selling tickets, and our app is actually at the game. So that means that you need to redo your ASO optimization to re-index your app in the App Store. So Apple should think that your app is tickets, is about tickets. Okay, so here are we collecting our apps from the metadata keywords tab, like we are collecting the keywords here from app description and title, from Apple recommendations, from missing keywords, where we can see what keywords actually app is ranking right now. And then in our keyword rankings table here, we are using the number of apps. First of all, we need to select the keywords that have the lowest number of apps here. We are using the popularity here and the difficulty scores. So the lower the difficulty score is, that means that easier to rank in top 10. For example, the Yoho Sports has like eight apps and quite low difficulty score. That means that you have the possibility to rank, for example, number 2 for this or number 3 for this keyword. These keywords are extremely important for us in the beginning, because we need to get as much as possible for number 2 and number 3 rankings. Because, you know, people are not scrolling lots of apps. For example, if you're ranking number 10, you will get not more than 0.1% of traffic there. So it's a little bit different for games, because people are actually like, you know, they are scrolling games to find something interesting. But if we are talking about apps, it's extremely important to rank high here. Okay, so what's next here? Okay, for example, we done the keyword research. We updated our app here, and we want to move next. What else can we do here? And here, the missing keyword tab can help us. Here we're going to, as I told you before, we are going to, for example, ranking top 15 or ranking top 10, and we are looking for keywords that we want to rank higher. For example, I want to rank higher for the Planet Fitness app, or Insight Timer Meditation app is quite a long keyword, but it has a quite good popularity here. So I will find these keywords, and actually if you are looking here, for example, in top 10 or top 50, that means that we're not using these keywords in our metadata, that these keywords are actually suggested by Apple, suggested by Google for our app. And if, for example, Apple suggesting us for anything like headspace meditation or elevate brain training, so we can use it in our metadata actually and trying to rank higher for them. For example, I don't interested in like apps with a kids workout or PF app. I won't use these keywords in my metadata, but I want to, for example, rank high for meditation nest, and I will use, for example, the word nest in my subtitle or keywords. And so this page helps you to find the keywords that you are already ranking for, but for example, you are not using them in your metadata. And so these are just new suggestions from the App Store and Google Play. And this way, we can help you to find the new opportunities. We can help you to find the new possibilities to rank higher. And you don't need to do some manual job here. We can help you with that. Okay, so another thing here is, let me check my agenda. Another thing here is about the growing the downloads is working with localization. So for example, we want to localize our app in Germany. Let's say we are checking, actually it's a yoga for beginners app, and we see that app is not ranking in Germany for like in number, let's say no keywords are ranking in top 1, like only 3 keywords and ranking in top 5. So app is not localized for the Germany. So this is actually the biggest growth point for the ASO when you are localizing for the new countries. So for example, we got our best number of downloads in the United States, but we need to go to the Germany, we need to go to Europe, we need to go to Asian countries, even Arabic ones. And this way, we will bring new users, we will bring new downloads for our app, and we can grow like 6 or 10 times, like I did for one of my apps. I came to the company to make the localization for our app, and right now it has about 10,000 of downloads every day, thanks to ASO, thanks to localization. So we are not spending a penny here for the paid user acquisition. It's living only on ASO, it's living only on localization. So it's extremely important to localize your apps if it's possible, for example, if it's not like banking app or something like limited in city. If your app is possible for localize, for example, like these yoga apps, it's extremely important to do this. Because people like, for example, I live in Germany. I am a German person. I want to download your app by the, for example, the gesunde Ernährung keyword, and I can't find it because your app is not localized. So you are not giving me possibility to download your app. You are not giving me possibility to subscribe to your app to bring you money. So it's really important to localize your app for the largest amount of countries as possible. So even the App Store actually giving us about 40 countries to localize in, and you should use all of them, and you will see how it will boost your downloads. Actually, it really works, and this is the easiest growth point with all these tools like keyword translation. By the way, we have the keyword translation tool when you are just switching the translation switcher here, and we are translating all these strange and dangerous German keywords to the English one. So
Ilya, we have a question here while we are speaking about languages. The question is, can we do keyword research language-wise, like India supported multiple store languages, English, US, UK, and so on? Can that be applied?
You see, thank you, Nitish. We are working with countries, not languages. So you can switch to the keyword research actually, and you can select the India here, and you can enter any language you need here in the keyword field. It's English, it's Indian letters, or any other language. So we'll show you suggestions, we'll show you the keyword popularity, we'll show you search results, for the exactly search term you entered. So it's it doesn't depend on the language, only the country one. Okay, so for example, we done our optimization here. For example, now we need to evaluate our ASO efforts. We need to make some reports for our managers, for example. And so, what is the actually the first metric you need to track? Of course, it's downloads. So everything we do here is downloads. It's a demo page of the traffic channel analytics here, and we can after we integrate our account, we can see how many search downloads we have, how many browse downloads we have, and you can actually filter by channels. You can, if you are running search ads, Apple search ads, for example, you know that the Apple search ads impressions and downloads are coming to the search channel. So it's not possible to separate them in App Store Connect analytics. But if you are integrating the search ads to the AppFollow account, we can find these search ad downloads and impressions and divide them from the search channel. So you will see how the exact number of organic downloads you have without the search ads numbers. So the first thing we should track, of course, it's a search downloads. So it's important to see that impressions are, for example, after the update, impressions should grow. Let's switch to the App Store search. For example, this app has like this March 11 update was quite successful because the number of impressions is growing. So it's important to track the conversion rate, the impressions for the search channel. So we are not actually working directly. We are not working directly with the other channels here. We are working only App Store search. But you need to remember that even even working with text metadata can affect the paid user acquisition channel, because users are opening the ad. For example, they clicked on the Facebook ad, they're opening the App Store page, and boom, there is something strange in app title or something strange in screenshots, and user won't download this app. So you are affecting indirectly. You are affecting also the paid user acquisition channel. But first of all, of course, it's App Store search. Okay. Another thing we should know that how much time we should wait until our metadata is applied by the store. If we are talking about the App Store, here is the App Store app, we need to wait, for example, like 2 or 3 days. It's enough, I think. In some cases, it can take about a week, but in most cases, it can take 2 or 4 days. So we are just after the update, we are waiting for the 2 or 4 days, and then we can check if our update was successful or not. If we are talking about Google Play, there is a quite different thing here. We should wait about 1 or 2 weeks there, because Google Play is like a burn from the Google search. And when we are doing search engine optimization, we know that the results can be applied like from the month to 6 months. So this way, when we are optimizing for Google Play, we should wait about 1 week or 2 until we can get the results for our search optimization. So this is important to know, because sometimes people are optimizing for Google Play, and then I just waiting a couple of days and looking at the metadata and looking at the research results and see that nothing happens, because in Google Play nothing happens in 2 days. We need to wait like about 2 weeks. I see there is a question: what is different between page view and impressions? So impression is when your app is appearing in search results. For example, if I'm looking for the Yoga for Kids, I see that Yoga for Kids, this app, is on the first position. I see it on the first position of my search results, and this counted as impression. But when I tap on the search results and I see the app page itself, this is counted as a page view. So the only thing we should measure actually is the impression. It's actually not necessary to track the page views, because it's quite a useless metric. Okay,
and also there is another question about an interesting one about localization in countries with the same language. So if the localization is done in Russia already and it's done now in Ukraine, should Russian words be used in Ukraine as well, or will store consider the metadata from Russian market and cover Ukraine as well?
This works actually for Russia, Ukraine, and English United Kingdom. So there is cross-indexing. So if you're using some keywords in, for example, in Russian metadata, you don't need to use them in Ukrainian. But these keywords actually won't form the phrase. So if you're using the chip in Russian and flights in Ukrainian, that won't combine into the chip flights. So same thing actually is working for the United States, and this for Spanish-Mexico. We can use the Spanish-Mexico localization for the United States, and we can fill it with English keywords, and it will work. And same thing is working for all the Europe and almost all the worldwide languages and the English United Kingdom. So everything you will enter in English UK metadata will index across the world. The page views are irrelevant because nobody is clicking on the page, actually app page. Because when you are downloading app, people are 98% of people are downloading apps from the search results. You don't click on the app page. It can be different, quite different for the games, but for the apps, I bet it's like about 98% of people that are downloading apps from the search results. So you don't check the app page itself. You're checking the ratings, you're checking the screenshots, and you tap download like on the search result. Okay, let's go next. And the final thing of our webinar today is how to measure the KPIs. Let's switch to ASO Dashboard here. We can see that there is an Expedia app in the United States here. And for example, we have the update of August 14, and we see that the search visibility score is growing after the update. So let's talk a little bit about the metrics here. First of all, is the store performance index. We can switch to the app page and see the store performance index is telling us how a good app is optimized in the App Store. We have here two things like ASO and search visibility performance. When we are measuring how many characters here in title, how many keywords app is ranking for, how big is search visibility score for the app, and number of screenshots. And also we are working with ratings, because ratings and reviews are crucial for your conversion rate. People won't download app if you have like a 3.5 rating here. This app has 4.8 ratings. It's good, but we need to work with some reviews. You see, its average rating by reviews is quite low. So if your app has a rating lower than 3.5 or 4.0 even, you will lose actually about half of your downloads. So it's important to work with reviews. It's important to work with ratings. We have some tools here on the ratings and reviews, but it's actually the topic of another webinar. So we can work with ratings because it's directly affect your conversion rate. So if you have low ratings, people won't download your app. You can spend lots of time, you can spend a lot of money on ASO, but the low rating can ruin it all, because people just won't download your app. Because I see it's like 3.5 rating, and okay, it's a bad app, I won't download it. That will ruin your conversion rate, that will ruin your keyword positions, because it depends, like conversion rate is affecting the keyword positions. So everything is connected, and you should actually, app page and the store performance index are showing you the weak spots of your app. It's showing like where we can do better. In this case, we can do better in reviews. Okay, let's go next. And the search visibility score is showing us how good app is visible in the App Store by search. So we are not counting here the paid user acquisition, the featurings, and all the stuff. It's only the search thing. So we can see that Expedia app is much better in search visibility terms than other apps in my collection. Even the Hopper flights and Skyscanner, the kayak flights, is doing much worse in terms of search visibility. So that means that Expedia app can be found much more easily for the general search terms, like the hotels, flights, car. Like when you're searching for the cheap flights, you're looking for the best hotels, your car rental. We are counting all these keywords, all the 2.3 thousands of keywords. We are looking into them. We are analyzing them. We are looking how app can be easily found by these keywords, and then they are combining all the stuff in our search visibility score metric. And you can see that app is ranking is in top 3 of the. This app belongs to the top 3 of apps with best search visibility in the travel. So that means that it's done really good. You can see the category trend here on the chart. That means that the best number of apps is in this position. So we can see, for example, the 6th rent share and taxi below the category trend. So that means that the search visibility of the 6th app is not enough. But all other apps are like Hopper, the Skyscanner app, and TripAdvisor are just ranking in them something in the middle. So this is important to understand when you are doing the new app. When you're optimizing the app, you can check the search visibility, for example, in the United States. And if your search visibility is lower than the category median, lower than category trend, that means that you are lower than apps in the App Store. Your search visibility is lower. So you need to try to rank as much as possible, as much higher as possible here on this chart. So the organic power chart is showing us how app is good visible in the App Store. As we see, the Expedia is like the biggest circle here, and there are some apps like American Airlines that has almost 600 of keywords, and the JetRider has 1,400 of keywords. But it's quite a good opportunity to see how your app is optimized in compared to the competitors. Then total ranked keywords metric is same. It's really important because when we are, let's switch actually to the ASO and keywords tab here. We can see that our Expedia app is ranking for 2.3 thousand of keywords. We can see the dynamics is quite stable here. For example, on August 6th, it's quite boost here in number of keywords. But when we optimizing for the new country, for example, or making optimization for the new app, it's extremely important to track the total number of keywords that your app is ranking for. For example, if you're doing the optimization, you know that App Store and Google Play has their own algorithms that are ranking you for the keywords that you don't use. It's like a semantics analysis and all this stuff, and they can rank actually your keywords that you don't use because you are relevant to them. So it's important. So for after every update, you should see the grow numbers of organic keyword trend. So it's important to see that the number of keywords in top 1, in top 5 is growing, and it's that means that ASO optimization done well. That means that it was successful. Other thing here, we can see how many keywords actually is ranking in in top 1, top 5, and the delta here, and how many new keywords app got after the first date of the period here, and how many keywords were improved their position, and how many keywords decreased their position. Is the 2.1 for organic? Yeah, that means that the app is ranking for 2,000 keywords organically. So it's possible, as I told, it's possible when App Store is ranking you for the keywords that you don't use. For example, like the cheap hotels, the AG hotel deal and rewards. I bet Expedia don't use Aeromexico keyword in the Expedia, don't use the Momondo keyword in the metadata. But App Store thinks that these keywords are relevant to this app. So that this way you're ranking for them organically without using them in your metadata. So this is this explains why the relevant optimization is really important. These are basically relevant keywords for this app. So when you're doing your ASO optimization properly, App Store is ranking your app organically for the much more bigger number of keywords that you're using. So this is one of the general things in ASO.
And do you know if the keywords from previous versions of metadata, are they keep showing your application in top positions if you remove them? And what is the strategy, whether you need to keep some keywords that work well for your app, or you need to, provide spare space for some new keywords?
Okay, thank you. I heard one thing that, and actually I saw it, when you're ranking #1, for example, for the quite a strong keyword, you're ranking #1, for example, like for several years there, and you can, for example, move this keyword from the title to the keywords or subtitle, and you won't lose your rank because App Store remembers your the app power. App Store remembers that app is extremely relevant to this keyword, and you won't lose the position. But it's don't happen often because when you are just moving your keywords from the title to the keyword field, you will actually can lose position. So
okay, so it's about testing. Yeah,
it's about
remove
testing
and understand whether or not you need get it
yeah,
back.
right. So actually, the everything in ASO is about testing. So you need to test step by step to find your positions.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, here we can see another tabs with top gainers. This means that keywords are got the the larger amount of positions, and top losers that are lost a larger amount of positions. And also I have some favorite keywords that I want to track like every day and day by day to see their positions. And the keyword trend, we also already talked about this. Okay, so ASO dashboard actually allows you to analyze your ASO optimization in seconds. So you don't need to, for example, imagine you have 500 of keywords. You don't need to scroll all of them here. You don't need to scroll all of these positions, and also you can't make reports for your managers. You can't make reports for the marketing officers with these keyword positions because it's like an internal thing. It's our thing. We are just looking on our positions, and that's all. Our managers needs like high-end metrics, like total number of keywords, total number of downloads, how our app is visible in the App Store, what is the index. So this a number of metrics actually that allows you to build the quick report and understand, like we can make a retro, for example, for our ASO quarter and see how our ASO manager is working during this ASO quarter, and see that, for example, the search visibility is growing, the total number of ranking keywords is growing, the number of downloads is growing as well. So that means that ASO manager is working good, and he or she can get a bonus for this quarter. But if we see that search visibility is getting lower, the total number of keywords, for example, is getting lower, that means that there are some questions to our ASO manager here. There is question. If you see that we're ranking for the top position, we didn't use a number. If you're ranking, for example, we can come back to this keyword tracking page. We can see that, for example, we are ranking for number 5 in, for example, body boss or gymnastic workout keywords. If you think that these keywords are relevant for your app, you can always include this in your title or subtitle and try to rank higher. This is like a keyword research when we are searching for the new keywords that we are ranking for number 5 or number 10. We are including our metadata. We are getting better positions. We are getting more downloads. So this is the step-by-step ASO cycle, and it never ends actually. Okay, we talk about the important metrics here and about the search optimization and the ASO dashboard. So another thing we want to show you here is the keyword intelligence page. We actually released it about a week ago, and now we can predict, now we can estimate how many downloads actually you get from your keywords. For example, here is a Skyscanner app, and we see that app is ranking for 1.7 thousand of keywords, and the branded downloads is 74%. It's a quite big amount of downloads for brand, and we know that the huge apps actually has a lot of branded downloads, and it's important to know this because the number of downloads that can affect here is 26%. If you actually integrate your App Store Connect account here, we can show you how many actual downloads you have. For example, we are getting the Google Play data from the Google Play console, and we can show you what keywords actually bringing you downloads and how many downloads they are bringing for you. So here we can work with, for example, the quarter of overall downloads here of non-branded, and we see that the number of non-branded keywords, non-branded downloads for this app is growing. So it's important to work with these keywords like the Google flies, maybe Scotchy flies. We can click more here find some new keywords. Airline tickets, for example, we can rank higher, secret flying, skipped leg, and so on. So we see that there are some branded keywords like Skyscanner, travel deals, Sky even with space, and same thing we can check actually for any app we want. For example, I check Expedia. We see that Expedia is ranking for 2.3 thousand of keywords, and we see that non-branded downloads is quite bigger amount. So we can work with these downloads. We can affect indirectly the branded downloads when we are working with the graphics metadata, when we're working with icon, but we can affect non-branded downloads with keyword research, with working with keywords. So this is actually our ASO space here for these downloads. Let's check the tabs. Expedia is getting downloads from the branded search terms, of course, and they're getting downloads from the flights booking and travel and flight. Can you explain branded with non-branded? Okay, let's switch to the Skyscanner, as it's the good example here. Let's say Skyscanner has its brand. It's called Skyscanner, actually. And we see that Skyscanner and Skyscanner Travel Deals and Skyscanner, that means that this app is getting downloads from these keywords, and these keywords are branded. So this keyword belongs to the Skyscanner brand. So we can't affect this by ASO because we always will rank #1 for our brand. This is how stores work. It's important to know how many downloads your brand is bringing you. For example, if you have quite a strong brand like Skyscanner, we can see that there are 74% of downloads are bringing by brand. So, for example, if there are some brand campaigns, offline brand campaigns, maybe Instagram or Facebook campaigns for brand, we will see that the share of branded downloads will increase. But we are ASO experts. We should work with this part of the downloads. So also you can try it in your account. You can select any app you want. You can add even your app. You can integrate your App Store and Google Play accounts, and we will show you the real number of downloads that every keywords bring to your app. So this way also you can, for example, if we are talking about yoga, I can select, let's say if it works, that's okay. I have a webinar collection here. Let's switch to the keyword intelligence, and we can see, for example, let's say, what is the Yoga Down Dog app? It doesn't have any branded downloads, but we can see here that we are getting downloads, for example, like Yoga Studio, Yoga for Beginners. It's quite a good opportunity for the keyword research here to find new keywords that actually are bringing downloads already for the app. Yoga for weight loss, stretching, pocket yoga. So another thing to find new keywords for our Yoga for Kids app that we are planning to release soon. Okay, so this is how we...
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a small question here. So how do apps get on second and third positions for a certain brand keyword? Is there a tape or something? Or is it just stores algorithms who decide if you can be in top positions for a certain brand that is not yours, actually?
Actually, you can use these branded keywords in your keywords field, in your metadata, and then App Store will combine it to the search terms. For example, we can rank easily. We can rank for the Skyscanner travel deals. This long title, we can easily rank #2 for them because we can add Skyscanner to our keyword field, and we can add other terms like travel, deals, flights to our title. And this way, App Store will combine all this data in the large search term, and we will rank #2 for the competitor. Actually, this is good strategy for the start because we are not, we don't have any app power, we don't have any downloads, and it's good strategy to rank #2 for your general competitors.
And for Google Play, this is not possible because all the data is shown.
You see, in Google Play, it can be it's not that simple because you see all this data in the description, and like big brands can send you a message like asking to remove their brands from the description. Is there a way to negative wrong context keyword to show strong research? The only way to change your relevancy and context keywords for the store is update your metadata to remove the non-relevant keywords, because App Store won't show you for the non-relevant keywords if you don't have any in your metadata. If you don't have any in App Store actually showing you, for example, your tickets, the Air Tickets app for the Air games, that means that you don't have enough relevant keywords in your metadata. So anyway, you should work with some relevancy, and you should add maybe more relevant keywords to your title, for example, to let App Store know, to let Google Play know that your app actually is about tickets, not games. So another advice here to add the most relevant keywords to your title. Okay, and I guess we talked a lot about the start from the keyword research when we have the app ideas here from Yoga for Kids. Then we made some optimizations. We checked our competitors. We checked their keywords. We made some ASO iterations, and then we moved to the ASO dashboard where we can see how actually our ASO is performing, how many keywords we are ranking for, how many new keywords, what are the top gainers, and also the search visibility. That's actually important to know how your app is visible in the search. For example, we can have 2,000 of keywords that are ranking for, but the search visibility won't be high because these keywords are actually not popular. So this is important to track every week, this data, and this is important to track this data after every ASO update. And this is actually the quickest way to get the idea, to get the answer for the question, was my ASO successful or not? So I guess we can finish here. We covered all the cycle of ASO, like from keyword research to the metrics and KPIs. You know how to make the research. You know how to make the research for the localized countries. You know how to measure ASO, how to make reports. So I guess this is the full cycle of ASO. And if you guys need to know more, you're welcome to our blog at appfollow.io/blog, and you can find much more articles there about the ASO, about keyword research, about the measuring the ASO force, and other things. So I guess I'm done here. Do you have anything to add here?
Well, yeah, I think you've covered the summary. Thank you very much. And also, we are more than happy to see you in our upcoming webinars. For example, for downloads and revenue, which is about to be handled in September. Is this video being recorded? I'm not sure whether or not this will be available in open sources in upcoming weeks, but surely please follow our page, AppFollow webinars, where you can track if this will be available anytime soon.
Okay, anyway, we have plans to handle these webinars like after every large update of ASO platform and tools to show you how can we make your life easier in terms of keyword research, in terms of metrics, evaluating the efforts. So we are working hard on this, and I hope we can release much more tools soon. So thank you very much for joining us today, and have a good day, guys.
Yeah, have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.